Now, this as in Seoul, the Russian ambassador to South Korea expressed doubts regarding a proposal for 5-party nuclear talks, as well as opposition to possible deployment of a U.S. missile defense system on the Korean peninsula. Our foreign affairs correspondent Kwon Soa has this report.
Russian ambassador to South Korea Alexander Timonin says experience shows that the 6-party talks on denuclearizing North Korea are the most effective way to deal with the North's nuclear ambitions. He was responding to a question about whether Russia is still against President Park Geun-hye's proposal for 6-party talks without Pyongyang after Russian Foreign Minister Sergey Lavrov dismissed the idea last week.
We have a high regard for President Park Geun-hye's approach to matters related to Eurasia and Northeast Asia. But with regard to the North Korean nuclear issue, we don't see much efficacy in holding 5-party talks. We still believe that dialogue is the best method of engagement and that 5-party talks would isolate North Korea.
China is on the same page as Russia, while the other 3 6-party talks members, South Korea, the U.S., and Japan, support the 5-party talks idea. Japan is the latest to get on board, with Foreign Minister Fumio Kishida voicing his support during a phone call on Monday with his South Korean counterpart Yoon Byung-se.
Minister Kishida offered a positive assessment of our proposal for 5-party talks within the 6-party talks framework.
In his remarks to reporters in Seoul on Tuesday, the Russian ambassador also expressed concern about a deployment of the U.S. Army's Terminal High-Altitude Area Defense System on the Korean peninsula. Seoul had previously denied it was considering deployment of the missile defense system, but recently softened its stance with the latest threats coming out of Pyongyang, including the potential for a long-range ballistic missile launch following the state's 4th nuclear test last month.
The placement of the THAAD system won't change things in Northeast Asia, nor will it make the region any safer or help resolve the nuclear issue.
The diplomat also asked that all the concerned parties refrain from any actions that could escalate military tensions, a reflection of Russia's more lenient approach to North Korea. Kwon Soa, Arirang News.